So one thing that I love about AI is that there's so many different ways that you can use it, especially when it comes to generating traffic for digital products. One question that I get all the time is, Sam, what's the best way to find customers after we've built a digital product? And in today's video, I thought, you know what I'm going to do is use Gemini 3.1 Pro to answer that exact question. Whether you want to use it for simple traffic research or you want to use AI to map out a custom strategy to go from 0 customers to your first sale, this is the video that's going to give you a perspective on what you can do in your own situation. So make sure that you stick around to the very end of this video, because what I'm going to do is show you how you can use Gemini to identify what's working right now, how to identify the best traffic sources for digital products in 2026, and how to position yourself in the right way, even as a complete beginner. So we're going to start off on the Gemini interface. And the main way that I'm going to use it is to gain clarity on which traffic source is going to be the best one in terms of all of the different options that are out there. Because as you already know, when it comes to launching a digital product, you can get customers using things like YouTube channels, short form content, Google SEO. You can even use Reddit, Etsy. There's so many different ways. But the main thing that I want to do using Gemini, since it's directly connected to Google's search database, is to put all of these different options into it. And I'm going to create an interactive dashboard that's going to rank all of these different options from best to least. And it is important to know that no matter what Gemini says, you still need to look at your own demographic, your own digital product, and pick whichever one is good for you. But the prompt that I'm going to enter into Gemini is going to be this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can pause the screen, take a look at exactly what prompt I've given it. But I've essentially told it the same thing that I just mentioned to you. I've given it all of these different traffic sources over here that I would say are the best when it comes to digital products. And I've just told it to create a dashboard that's going to be clean and easy to use. And one other thing that I'm going to do in this video as we move forward is I'm going to show you real life active stores that are selling digital products using all of these different traffic methods. I'm not going to do it for all of them. I'm just going to show you examples for some of them, just so that you have an idea of exactly what's working and what's not working. So let me just click on tools. I'm going to click into canvas mode. And I'm also going to click into this and change it to 3.1 Pro. This is Gemini's latest model and it's one of their smartest models. So let's see exactly what it's able to come back with. I'm just going to click on submit. Okay, there we go. So Gemini 3.1 is now coding everything out when it comes to this dashboard. And of course, it's integrating all of its research into it as well. So I'm going to wait for it to be done. And as soon as it's finished, I'm going to be back ASAP and show you the results. Okay, guys, I'm back and here we have it. This is the digital product traffic ranking for 2026 according to Google Gemini. Everything is blurred out right now, but what I'm going to do is start off from number 9 and we're going to make our way all the way to number 1. And hopefully you're going to gain insights into what is working right now this year. So I'm just going to make this full screen. I'm going to click on share and then click into this link. Okay, perfect. So let's start off with number 9 in terms of what Gemini believes is the lowest possibility of gaining traffic in 2026 for digital products, which is Google SEO. So I'm sure you guys already know exactly what Google SEO is. It's basically where you're going to rank in the Google search engine. And the reason why it's put it at number 9 is because it believes that it's a slow burner. We can see right here that one of the key hurdles is that it's going to take between 6 to 12 months for you to potentially build up any sort of traction. So it's important for you to know that just because Google SEO might be ranked at the bottom, it doesn't mean that it's something that's not worth doing. It just means that it's not something that you should do if you're looking for a fast result. And I'm sure you guys already know exactly how the Google search engine works. But what I want to do is quickly jump into it and show you an example of someone that's got their digital product ranked in the search results without even having to write a blog article. So what I'm going to do is just type in this search term. Something simple that any person might want to type in, which is how to plan my day better. I'm going to click on Google search. And right there, as you guys can see, there's this digital planner that I've actually come across before. Let me just click into it. It's a straightforward digital planner, as you guys can see, but the thing that they've done really well is that they've made sure to put the right keywords throughout the entire landing page so that Google knows exactly when to show this website to the right person. But this now brings me on to the 8th best traffic method for digital products moving into 2026, which is going to be Twitter, also known as X. Now, to be honest with you guys, when it comes to X, this is not something that I personally use myself when it comes to promoting digital products. I would say it's the social media platform that I use the least. But in saying that, it doesn't mean that there's not thousands of people out there that are currently using it right now when it comes to achieving a level of success. Now, I would say the main benefit of it is the fact that you don't need to show your face. Twitter or X is used when it comes to writing paragraph sentences or whatever the case may be. You can of course now upload short videos, pictures, so on and so forth. But over here, as we can see, Gemini has ranked it at number 8 because it's got a short content lifespan. And all this means is that when you tweet or when you X or whatever it's called nowadays, it's not going to last very long. It's probably going to last a couple days, maybe a few hours. But swiftly moving on to one of the next traffic methods, which is going to be Google Ads. So Google Ads was actually one of the first platforms that I used when it came to achieving online success, generally speaking, not necessarily with digital products, but the one thing that I like about Google Ads is that because people go onto Google, they search a specific keyword. If you're able to use the right type of Google ad, you're going to be able to put your product in front of someone that's actively searching for it. But I would say the main thing that I did notice with Google Ads is the fact that the ad costs were really high when it came to the CPC. And this is something that Gemini has also come back with. And when it comes to Google Ads, there's a variety of different types that are out there. We've got Google Shopping ads, we've got Google Display ads, we've got YouTube ads, the list goes on and on. But we've also got Google Search ads as well. If I just come over here, I'm going to type in something completely random when it comes to a specific type of digital product, which is going to be PDF converter. And I know that this isn't your traditional digital product, e.g. an ebook, spreadsheet, digital planner, but it's a certain type of digital product that people don't really think about, which is also known as a web app. As you can see, there's all of these different results that pop up for all of these different PDF converters that people are using on a regular basis. But because this is a highly competitive web application, there's people out there that have built their own, which is very simple to do, as you can see over here, and they've been able to get ranked, not using organic content, but because they're paying Google to do so. So right there, as you can see, there's this one. I'm just going to open it up. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward web application. This is something that can be easily replicated using a tool like Google AI Studio, Google Anti-Gravity. There's also Horizons as well. But the main point is I'm not telling you to replicate a PDF converter. I'm just letting you know that there's people out there that have these simplistic web apps and they've been able to get traffic simply by running Google Ads. And of course, the goal is to be strategic about it. You don't want to just run Google search ads for the sake of it. You want to make sure that you've got a good back end, a good monetization strategy. And if you figured all of that out, as well as building up an email list, you're going to be able to put yourself in a good position when it comes to capitalizing from the Google ads that you're running. But let's move on to the 6th best traffic source for digital products according to Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is going to be chat forums, also known as Reddit. Now, there's many different chat forums that are out there, but Reddit, of course, is one of the most popular ones. For those of you that's not really sure of exactly how it works, you can go onto it, you can open up a specific thread, and then from there, you can ask a question, start a whole conversation, and within that conversation, you can now promote whatever product or service that you want. It is important for you to know that Reddit does have its own terms and conditions, so you can't just go onto it and start spamming your digital product link all over the place because you're going to end up getting banned and your link is going to be removed. But one thing that I can say about Reddit is that I definitely go into it a lot. I personally use it when it comes to reading information online. I've never actually used it when it comes to typing anything out or asking a question. But at the same time, I've also seen multiple different people that are promoting digital products on the internet see success simply by using Reddit in a certain way. But let's move on to the 5th traffic source. Bear in mind, we're going from the least best all the way up to the very best, according to Gemini. The 5th one is going to be Meta ads. So Meta ads consist of running Instagram ads, Facebook ads. You can also run ads on WhatsApp, Threads, any platform that Meta owns, to be honest. You're going to be able to use it. And Gemini has ranked it at number 5, which is a decent ranking. I personally use it myself. I've seen a lot of success with it when it comes to the simplicity of it, when it comes to being able to reach the specific person that I'm trying to reach. I recommend people to try it out because you don't need a big budget when it comes to using it. You can even run an ad for $5 per day, test it out. And even from that small budget, you're going to be able to get clicks and hopefully conversions. There's no guarantees. It all depends on how you position yourself. It depends on so many factors, the price of what you're offering. But when it comes to Meta ads, they have done a good job of making it very beginner friendly. And I want to show you something very cool when it comes to finding people that are running Facebook ads right now to digital products so that you can maybe replicate what they're doing if you're able to see that they're having success. So if I just log into this tool over here called Digital Maker AI, it's a free tool for you to sign up to. I'm going to leave it linked down below. It's going to be the top link, maybe the second link in the description. On the left-hand side over here, once you create your account, you're going to see add library. And what you can now do is type in a keyword for a digital product that you're thinking about launching. So as an example, let's say if I'm thinking about launching a digital planner, I could just type it in there like that. I can select the specific country that I'm looking at, but for now I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to select a specific platform. I'm just going to click on search. And what Digital Maker AI is going to come back with is all of these different real active people that are running Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You can see all of them over here to their digital planners. So there's all of these different options, all of these different people. Let me just go over to this one because I would say that this is a perfect example of exactly how this is done. What they're doing is that they're running meta ads to this wedding digital planner. And the reason why this is smart is because they can target people that they know are about to have their wedding. And by putting the right creative in front of that person and making them an offer that they can't refuse, there's a high likelihood that they're going to be able to generate sales. The price isn't high as well. There's probably going to be an upsell on the back end, but as you can see, it's a very clean landing page, very simplistic digital product. And because they're using meta ads, again, they're going to be super laser targeted when it comes to reaching the right demographic. So yeah, Digital Maker AI is definitely worth checking out because you're going to be able to search for any type of digital product in any one of these top locations so that you can now find a meta ad that you might want to replicate for yourself. But let's move on to the next best traffic source, which is going to be YouTube long form videos. So I'm sure it's no surprise that I'm a big believer in YouTube channels. The one that you're watching right now isn't my only one. I've got a couple different channels that I've been building up for the past few years. And the reason why I even started them to begin with was so that I can connect with like-minded people that think exactly like me. But over time, I started to see the benefit when it came to being able to educate people on the things that I've done over the years to essentially live the life that I want to live in various different aspects. And currently on the Success with Sam channel, I'm able to share all of the different things that I'm learning and I'm doing when it comes to the world of artificial intelligence. But I would say that that's the main reason why YouTube is something that you should consider doing. If you have a particular interest in a particular topic, there's going to be people like you out there that think the exact same. And with that creates an opportunity to now promote whatever product or service that you want to promote. And the main benefit to long form videos specifically is that you're able to build a connection with the person because you can now share your thoughts, your opinions on things, and people are going to be able to watch those videos over and over again. You can be consistent with it. And again, you're going to be able to build that strong connection. Now, by no means am I saying that building up a YouTube channel is going to be easy. Just like with anything that's worth doing in life, there's going to be a steep learning curve. And this is what Gemini has also said. But what's really interesting is that Gemini has come back and said that YouTube is best when it comes to complex spreadsheets in terms of the digital products that do well. So what I want to do is just open up YouTube and see if I can find someone that's promoting spreadsheets. I'm just going to type in spreadsheet template just like that and then click on search. Okay, so there's a couple different results that pop up as you guys can see. Some of them are faceless, some of them have someone's face in it, but there is channels like this. Let's just click into a random one. I want to show you this one that was posted over 2 years ago. Now this video is very interesting because it's only 25 seconds long, but yet it's been able to get over 240,000 views. And because I'm using the vidIQ extension tool, we can see that views have been growing steadily month after month over 2 years ago since it's been released. And the reason why this is important is because if we just go over to the description, we can see that they've got a link to their digital product, which is this spreadsheet, which is for Excel and Google. So yeah, I'm sure that you guys get the point as to how this works. They posted a video, didn't need to show their face over 2 years ago. It's still getting traffic. And because of that, they're able to send that traffic to this digital product. But let's move on to the top 3 traffic sources for digital products. Let's start off with number 3, which is going to be marketplaces, for example, Etsy. And for full transparency, I've never purchased anything from Etsy and I've never sold anything on Etsy. But according to Gemini, it believes that it's one of the best marketplaces for a beginner to potentially sell a digital product. Now, I don't know if I agree with that 100%. And the main reason for that is if I go over to Etsy, as you can see, I've just typed in spreadsheet right there. The biggest issue that I have with it is that because there's so many different sellers, there's over 1,000 that are running ads, and there's probably multiple thousands that are selling the exact same spreadsheet. It now becomes some sort of a pricing battle where everyone is trying to get to the cheapest price possible. So we can even see this one over here is being sold for around 92 pence. That's going to be around maybe $1 or so. When in reality, if all these people built their own site, even though yes, they're going to have to get their own traffic, if they built their own site, they'll take more control of their customers. They'll be able to price it a lot higher because they're not directly competing with other people. And just generally, they'll be able to build up their own brand instead of building up someone else's. In this case, it's going to be Etsy's. So yeah, it's definitely something worth considering. I'm not saying that Etsy or any other marketplace is bad. It's just something that you want to consider before you get into it. But let's move on to the second best traffic source, which is going to be organic short form content. Now, what's really interesting about this is that I recently released a step-by-step info guide where I broke down how you can build a digital product and how you can use Instagram when it comes to getting potential clients, and how you can just automate the entire process using the power of artificial intelligence. In that step-by-step guide, which you can find linked down below, I break down everything you need to know as a beginner when it comes to capitalizing from the power of short form content, mainly on Instagram. And the reason why I believe this is because 99% of you that's watching this video right now, you probably don't have an X account, you don't have a Reddit account, maybe you don't have a Etsy account, but what you probably do have is an Instagram account. And not only do you have an Instagram account, but you've got actual followers that are following you. Maybe it's people that you knew from school, maybe it's people that you know from work. And I'm not saying that these followers are going to buy your digital product straight away. They may do, because this is something that happened to me way before I even had a YouTube account. But what I am saying is that what you can do is that you can use these people as a way to boost yourself in the Instagram algorithm. There's a certain strategy that goes into this. I'm not going to waste too much time in today's video. If you want to check it out, again, it's going to be the second link in the description down below. But let me show you someone that's using Instagram right now to its full potential. I found this Instagram account over here. So the reason why Instagram accounts like this stand out to me is because they don't have to show their face. As you can see, they're getting decent engagement. And throughout all of these different pieces of content, there's no one showing their face. All they're doing is showing the digital product in action. Of course, in this case, they are promoting a Notion template bundle. So they're posting content on a regular basis. And with this content, they're now going to be able to lead it back to the link in bio that's going to take the person directly to this landing page. So Instagram content, TikTok content is definitely worth doing as long as you know how to do it in the right way. But let's move on to the number one best traffic source according to Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is going to be AI search engines. So I found this one to be really interesting because out of all of these proven traffic methods that people have been using and they're still using till today, Gemini believes that this is the biggest opportunity. And I'm sure we all know the reason for this. AI, of course, has become increasingly popular. Tools like ChatGPT has risen to the 5th spot when it comes to the most visited websites on the entire planet. Even though it was only released back in 2022, it's now been able to get hundreds of millions of active users. And I actually made a video on this not too long ago where I showed you how ChatGPT is actively promoting people's digital products right now as we speak for completely free. So there's this video that I made where I went onto ChatGPT, I entered this simple question asking for a specific type of digital product, and it came back with a list of different sites, mainly this one that is exclusively selling digital products. They may have some physical products here and there, but that's not the point. The point is that this site has been able to get organic traffic going onto their site on a regular basis that's possibly bringing in a decent amount of income. So AI traffic sources is definitely something worth looking into. Now, I would say that it's not the only traffic source that you need to focus on because you can't really control it, but there is certain things that you can do when it comes to tapping into the potential of it. And I made a video all about this. I'm going to leave it linked over there. I broke down the things that I believe that a beginner should do when it comes to giving themselves the best chance of being seen by the Google AI mode, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and any other AI search engine that's out there. So be sure to check that out straight after this. And if you've enjoyed this video, Don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. And don't forget to check out the resources down below when it comes to links that's going to help you on your digital product journey. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on the next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.